ओके
अच्छा, एक और चीज़ है वली साहब, सॉरी मैं इंटरप्ट करूंगा।
ओके if you talk about business with ERP and no ERP, of course, there are advantages for having ERP because non-ERP is a cluster of data that is not managed well. Databases are meant to be centralized with their own screens and forms. Okay. If you talk about SAP, for example, we talk about SAP, we have VF01, VF02. Now these are T codes. We'll just have a look at these. VF01. Now this is the front end basically for all the modules. Okay, and then we have screens within these, and we can then explore. This transaction basically is a billing document. Now, what is this billing document? It's coming from the sales side that we are creating cash sales, 0101 2024, service that is being rendered, the pricing date is 0101 2024. Okay, and what are the documents that we want to process for billing, for payment. Okay, and for example, I just take this one. So in effect, what we are actually looking at is we're looking at a sales process. Now, every sales process or a document, if I press F1 over here, for example, I have technical information over here. In this technical information, I have tables, field name, okay? And this is basically the area where we will be doing our research, okay? So we need to actually know what tables are we going to be in. For example, if you look at these tables, MARA, VBRK, let's see that. SC11, MARA, play. Now this is a table basically for materials. And we have general material data where we have material number. And for that, for this table, it is populated by fields. Now, these are technical names. And the element is basically defined by data types. What are data types? Character, dates, character, string, number, alphanumeric. Okay. And then we have initialization. Initialization means that if this is ticked, then these fields cannot be empty. Okay. And key fields means these are the key fields for this table which identify this table. Okay. So what is the role of ABAP? Let's check out this table as well. VBRK. What is this table? VBRK is about billing document header data. This is the same thing that we were looking at right now. We go to environment, data browser, VBRK table contents. So in table contents, we'll have billing document. Okay. And let's just find this out. And in that, we have document category, sales org, distribution channel, pricing procedure. Everything is basically covered in this table, and we'll have details. Right now, it's pulling details. Okay. And execute. So this is what we have in this table. Okay. VBELN is again a field. What is that field, VBELN? VBELN is the billing document number. Okay. And then we have other as well. So that is how basically we look at SAP from a different perspective. The role of ABAP is they make changes to repository, they make objects, And there are variety of ways that an ABAP consultant can extend a T code, a transaction code, make a module, get into custom developments, enhancements, modifications. We'll see that. We'll see that. Okay. For example, if we look into this program, okay, let me just pull this program and let's just write our first program. Okay. For that, we go for SE38 ZT77 first program 14th September. Create now SE38 is a transaction code that will make our programs, all programs. Okay, 14th September executable. Now over here we have quite a lot of things. Function groups, subroutines, include classes, types. We'll see this in the next lectures, in advanced lectures. Okay. Save local object. Now local object means local server, and this will be a part of the package which will not be transportable to any other. So it is local. It's localized. It cannot go anywhere. We'll talk about this as well. So our code is pretty straightforward. Data v result type I. Now data is includes is a keyword from SAP, which means that we are defining a variable. Okay, now it can be any name result. Now v over here means variable. Now this variable will be of type integer. Then comes parameters. Okay, now parameters over here are basically two fields, and we are also defining those two fields. P field, P means parameter here, which again is a practice. Field 1 and field 2 will be of type I, and then V result that we have already defined will calculate the multiplication result of these two parameters. And let's see how it actually produces that. Okay, activate. Come on. Okay, let's move forward because I guess it's so we have types of applications that will develop in SAP: reports, interfaces, forms, extensions. SAP inbound interfaces, basically these interfaces get data or pull data from third-party sources or machines or third-party software. SAP outbound interface is basically where SAP data is sent to third-party software like POS systems. Okay. Will ABAP consultants also build conversion programs, extensions, user exits? Now, user exits basically are a way to say that a customer's process is not a standard in SAP, but the customer wants it. And it gives the user, the customer, an exit from SAP, and they build their own module within SAP, and that is basically executed by ABAP. Okay. So integrations are uh, part of an ABAP consultant role. Okay. So that is it. That's our program for today. 433, and this should be 13,200, and it's producing that result. Okay. So if you just look at the result, it is also giving a comma. How is that happening? We go for SU01 and display over here defaults, and we have notation having in these formats. Okay, and that's why, because we have formats with commas around every 3 units, then of course that's why it's giving us that. number range. Okay.